Walking through the bar, all eyes on me. People picking up my energy. The music never stops, they play my song on repeat, on repeat. I'm flying till I hit the sky. The melody is getting high. You know how to free my mind, my mind. When I'm with you, my world is golden, so golden. Baby, you make my heart shine golden, so golden. Feeling so alive, let's dance through the night. Come on, raise a glass, we're electrified. When I'm with you, my world is golden, so golden. I'm flying till I hit the sky. The melody is getting high. You know how to free my mind, my mind. When I'm with you, my world is golden, so golden. Baby, you make my heart shine golden, so golden. Feeling so alive, let's dance through the night. Come on, raise a glass, we're electrified. When I'm with you, my world is golden, so golden.
हमारी लव स्टोरी एकदम प्योर।
My heart overflows like a river.
पानी में स्मेल है।
फिल्टर चेंज करना पड़ेगा।
इनका तो आना जाना रहता था।
पानी का प्रेशर ही नहीं है। फिल्टर चेंज करना पड़ेगा।
सिर्फ गाना आ रहा है, पानी नहीं।
फिल्टर चेंज करना पड़ेगा सर।
और फिर तो इनके फोन भी आने लगे।
I can feel it in my bones, yeah. I can feel it in my bones. I've been waiting for this moment. All my life I've been waiting. Ain't nothing gonna hold me down. Ain't nothing gonna stop me now. 'Cause I was born for this moment. I was born for this moment. Everybody said I was crazy for believing.
Like a moth to the flame, I'm attracted when the doubts start saying my name. I can go there easily, and it's hard to maintain, cause I know it's not the world I know, it's me. Believe in every little thing I hear, and no, I ain't no stranger to the fire, burning up all my desire to be great. It stays coming in waves, and no, I ain't no stranger to the fire, burning up all my desire to be great. I gotta just open the gate. All I need is saving from hitting the pavement, understanding when I'm impatient, that only I give to me. All I need is a little love in lonely places, the strength to stand fear in the face, that only I give to me. Now I'm running this race, yeah. Stallions couldn't catch up to me. I'm running till I get first place. I'm running till I get everything, everything I ever wanted in my dream. No, I ain't no stranger to the fire, burning up all my desire to be greatest days coming in waves. And no, I ain't no stranger to the fire, burning up all my desire to be great. I gotta just open the gate. All I need is saving from hitting the pavement, understanding when I'm impatient, that only I give to me. All I need is a little love in lonely places, the strength to stand fear in the face, that only I give to me. I'm the type of girl that turns logic into atoms. Think you know it all, but then you let me get inside your head. Yeah. Steady jump design, think I know your kind. I'm about to break another code now. Pretty in disguise, bugging up your life. This is my syntax. 3, 2, 1, deploy. XOX code, running
इतनी मेहनत के बाद खाना अच्छा होना तो बनता है। मेहनत का फल वीबा होता है।
Life tastes better with Viva.
You waited all night for me to come back. Why'd you think that it's not alright? Told you that I'm not that type. Didn't mean to get you so excited. Tried to tell you not to fall in love. Why you always hit me uninvited? Was hoping you would get the picture. I've had enough. Now it's time for me to turn around. Thought you knew what this was. Yeah, I am superstar. You were never the one for me. Never should have fell for me. Take back your heart. Why don't you take it back? You never had a chance. I'm gonna take back your heart. Call it a savage love, just till I had enough of us. I'm good, babe. I'm on my own. This ain't a phase. Just let me go. Told you that I'm not that type. Don't bother wasting right. Begging for one more chance. Yeah, know you got carried away. Ooh, you made me to say it. You've been messing with greatness, space, and stay in your place. I was looking to play, then you got in the way. All the love that we made got me stuck in the rain. Got no time to stay here and say goodbye. Yeah, I am superstar. You were never the one for me. Never should have fell for me. Take back your heart. Why don't you take it back? You never had a chance. I'm gonna take back your heart. Call it a savage love, just till I had enough of us. Take back your heart. Yeah, yeah. Give them all, give them all, give them all right now. Give them all, give them all, give them all, need more. Yeah, we give it all that we got. Measuring what's in our pockets, and we give it a lot. Cause we've been hustling for years, now we up at the top. And no, it's still not enough, so we ain't gonna stop. Cause that's full throttle, zoom, zoom, hop, skip, jump. About to eat it up like the goal is lunch. I'm the big dude, so I never ducked up. Just keep my head up and yeah, we going up, up, but don't call it good luck, luck. Earning what we got, cause all we do is give it. Yeah, we going up, up, but don't call it good luck, luck. Earning what we got, cause all we do is give it more. Give them all, give them all, give them all right now, right now. Give it more. Give them all, give them all, give them all, more. Give it more. Give it all, we got, we give it all, we got. Give more. Oh yeah, give more. Give it all you got. Now they know about our dedication, not just hard work, it's also patience. Took the way at it and ignored the hate, and now we big tongue status and it's us for the take and we eat. Dream about it every time we sleep, make it move, just look at my feet. Yeah, we bring the heat, we make every situation sweet. Now all we need is yeah, we going up, up, but don't call it good luck, luck. Earning what we got, cause all we do is give it more. Yeah, we going up, up, but don't call it good luck, luck. Earning what we got, cause all we do is give it more. Give them all, give them all, give them all right now, right now. Give it more. Give them all, give them all, give them all, more. Give it more. Give it all, we got, we give it all, we got. Give more. Oh yeah, give more. Give it all you got. Give them all, give them all, give them all right now, right now. Give them all, give them all, give them all, more. Give it all, we got, we give it all, we got. Oh yeah. Ooh la la. Let's go. Put it in motion. Baby, we're going faster, 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 faster. Seize the moment. Baby, keep going faster, 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 faster. Speed up, make that thing rough. Foot on the gas so you got nothing left. Let's drive to the top of the mountain and see the view. Let's vibe, looking back on the journey, just me and you. Ain't nobody wanna go slow.
The Snapdragon Pro Series is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming and DHL.
Hello to everybody who's watching live straight from Johor Bahru and the rest of the world. It's going to be an exciting day today, so please hug your loved ones. Tell them that Valentine's is already here as we begin with the Snapdragon Pro series.
बात जब अपने फैमिली के प्रोटेक्शन की हो तो सिर्फ भरोसा नहीं, आपको चाहिए डबल भरोसा. Max Life Insurance is now Axis Max Life Insurance. Click on the link below to buy now.
बिट्टू, तेरे पापा संन्यास ले रहे हैं.
सब माया है.
इससे भी बड़ी खबर सुनो. रैपिडो पे लोएस्ट प्राइस कैप गारंटी, वरना डबल पैसे आपके गारंटी.
डबल गारंटी.
गारंटी पे गारंटी, लोएस्ट प्राइस गारंटी.
Looks like the players are ready. Here we go!
The first time that we met, it was exciting. I didn't expect it to go this far, but I'm happy that it did. When things get very difficult, dan rasanya tidak ada jalan kembali, I still want to keep trying. Sometimes my friends will ask me, "Kenapa kamu melakukan ini lagi?" Why? It's hard to describe, but I want to. Through the highs and lows, it's always been there for me. During our time together, there's always something new to learn. Things never got boring. That's what I like about it.
All the little things add up.
Every movement, every second.
That's why I love. That's why I love.
That's what I love.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
That's why I love this game.
Fear us. The thunder is coming.
Kami di sini untuk menangkan semuanya.
We're back and we're better. Time for us to reclaim our trophy.
We have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
The trophy will be ours again. One Titan slain. Two more to go.
Selamat datang kepada semua orang yang berada di Persada Johor Bahru dan juga kepada semua orang yang menonton di rumah, di tempat kerja, dekat tempat makan dan juga kepada semua yang tengah menonton di dalam tandas. Pastikan anda settle cepat-cepat sebab orang tengah tunggu di luar. Selamat datang, nama saya Lefel and welcome to the Snapdragon Pro Series Challenge Finals Season 6.
Yes, hello everybody and welcome. My name is Rose and we will be your hosts throughout this challenge finals.
Kepada semua orang yang hadir di hari ini, kita ada 3 match for today. Di mana semua match hari ini adalah best of 3. Tetapi 2 perlawanan pertama adalah elimination match. Jadi 2 perlawanan hari ini yang mulakan hari ini, ada kemungkinan favorite team korang akan tersingkir.
Yes, that is right, Lefel. Today we will be witnessing 3 best of 3 matches. However, the first 2 matches are elimination matches. So if your favorite team loses that best of 3, you can say goodbye to their journey in the SPS Challenge Finals.
And with that, rasanya semua orang dapat sabar nak mulakan perlawanan. Well, kita tak boleh mulakan dengan saya dan Rose dekat atas pentas. So, with that, kita akan throw it over to the paddle and the casters.
Thanks, LaFell, and as well as Rose, looking beautiful and handsome up on that stage at Johor Bahru Persada Stadium. Again, welcome into the Snapdragon Pro Series, and happy Valentine's to all the lovers out there. My name is Gideon Q. I'm going to be your host here for the playoffs. And today with me, we've got Mirko and as well as Renmar. How you boys feeling this Valentine's?
Lonely. I mean, I'm good, man. I'm excited. We're going to be watching the playoffs, the start of the playoffs with the rest of the world for SBS. I'm with you guys, and I couldn't ask for more.
Yeah. It's a very romantic trio that we've got here today, man. I don't know. I feel very happy to be here, you guys. You know, have Valentine's with you guys. Couldn't ask for something better.
Valentine's with the boys, as some may call it. It's going to be a very good time, but keep in mind the competition is going to be very steep here. For those of you who are just tuning in, we are already to our top 6, and with our top 6 means that our prize pool is only going to get bigger for every single win in the tournament. Starting from 11th to 12th place, it's already at 1.8 all the way up. Each one of those wins are going to list off to the first place with 65,000 USD, and you heard me right, it's in real US dollars. So it's going to be a quick buck for those who make it further into the tournament. That being said, boys, what would you do with 65,000? 65,000 USD for your Valentine's.
For Valentine's?
For Valentine's.
I'm going out of the country, man. I'm going to Europe.
You're going to Europe?
Yeah, go to somewhere where it's snowing. I want to see, like, castles and stuff.
Castles and stuff? That's just for Valentine's. What about you, Mirko? What'd you do with 65,000?
I'll go on a date with my girlfriend.
Okay.
To a very fancy establishment.
Okay.
I'll ask for something very weird. The guy will say,
what?
No, I don't want this, you know?
Okay.
And I don't want to do what you're asking. I'm like, I'll buy the restaurant.
Can you buy a restaurant with 65,000?
Like he said, a fancy establishment.
Depends what restaurant, right?
Depends what kind of restaurant.
I'll go to a fancy restaurant that's about to go bankrupt. You know, so it's like, hey, we can make a deal here.
So they're just desperate.
Yeah, they may be desperate. I mean, it could be a better play, but since we are desperate here for those things, our teams might just get even more desperate. Let's look at the bracket real quick, just in case you guys are just tuning in, because now that we are done with the group stages, here we have the format. It's going to be double elimination, but first, these teams must play against each other who didn't make it to that top bracket of their groups to get in from the play-ins to start off with their second lives. Our first match, of course, being Onyx versus BTR, 2 teams coming up for 2 separate groups, and same thing goes for OP versus RRQ.
Yeah. Not a lot of room for mistakes for the opening matches, considering that it's only going to be best of 3 in our respective playoffs. We're all used to seeing best of 5s for openers. But yeah, think about it. The grand finals of the Season 3 of Snapdragon Pro Series, they immediately have to eliminate one or the other, and you just got 3 chances to do it. 2 chances to do it.
I mean, things could have been a little different if the groups were just, you know, one more win, another sweep under here, so that Onyx doesn't have to go against BTR. I mean, let's pull up the schedule here, Mirko. Give me your thoughts about our very first matchup of the day. I know, even before the show started, you're like, those guys are my goats.
Dude, I mean, again,
red.
Yeah, red inside, blue to cover up. You know, so Bigatron Alpha versus Onyx ID. Onyx eSports will be the first match of the day, and yeah, we've been already talking about this off cam. Bigatron, they're like one of my favorite teams, and Onyx are there up there too. So I don't know, man. I just have so much love in Valentine's Day for both these teams, both these rosters. I really respect every single one of the players, the coaching staff, and for both of these teams. And it sucks in a way to see that one of them has to get knocked out by each other. Personally, for me though, I'm going to be very happy watching game number 2, or match number 2 rather, because I won't be casting that match. I get to enjoy pure MLBB and Valentine's Day greatness with Onyx PH versus RQ.
Great that you brought it up, actually, because again, I think that OP is currently, most people are pretty shocked that they didn't make it straight into the upper brackets and, you know, getting up into that next level. And keep in mind, the winners of those matches are going to face off against Falcons, and then our top bracket will be facing off against TLID. So it's either BTR or Onyx ID. It's pretty much an Indonesian derby at that point. But Remar, give me some of your thoughts here, because again, OP, pretty shocking that they, again, dropped an entire sweep against TLID of all people.
Yeah, Onyx Philippines, they were thunderstruck by Team Liquid Indonesia. They got swept. No, I'm pretty sure no one expected the TLID sweep win. I mean, there were predictions there that saw TLID winning, but there was always, 30 games. But the fact that it got to the sweep really showed just how different TLID is. And Fabian made it a point in this interview that they really improved their discipline now. And that seemed to have caught Onyx PH off guard, because in the M6 Grand Finals, in the previous times they faced off against TLID, it was because they capitalized on TLID's lack of discipline then.
The free-flowing style did eventually hurt them. I do agree with that. However, certain things have changed, not only for TLID, but for the game itself. We are going to be playing on the current latest patch here for MLBB, patch 1.9.43, with the only exception of revamped Hanzo still not going to be in competitive play for the first 2 weeks after the patch, so we don't have to worry about that. But let's go through them one by one. Buffs
interesting heroes have been buffed. The adjusted buff on Hanabi is kind of like whatever to me, but the nerfs coming in were also kind of strange.
Yeah, I think for the Layla one, it's just kind of like, you know, for you dudes back at home who still struggle against the Layla. I don't know why you would struggle against Layla.
Hey!
But
yeah.
my friend Ferdy always preaches to me, Mirko, inspire Layla. That's how I win. And I'm like, dude, this is why you are the dirt standard. This is why I call you dirt standard. But then you have a Sun nerf as well. Now this one makes a bit more sense. Sun has been terrorizing the ranked games, together with Badang, to be fair. But yeah, I like it. These are some rank game changes for the most part. I think Novaria, that change, we've already seen a few Novarias come to play, especially from Liquid ID, so maybe we'll see more with the cooldown of second skill, right? Getting reduced.
What are the big standouts for you, Remar, here?
Oh, it definitely has to be the Selena. I tried playing the Selena earlier, still terrible at doing that hero. It wasn't classic. I was up against a Selena that knew what he or she was doing, and I got absolutely decimated. It was really fast. There's not a lot of room to move out of the Abyssal Arrow. Not impossible to, but it's really going to test your reaction time with how fast it flies now. And the fact that they took out or greatly reduced the backswing in her being in her, if I'm not mistaken, was it the Elvish form? Yeah, the Elvish form. So there's just a nicer flow and a faster feel to Selena overall. And wink, wink, I'm just going to say Super Friends is going to be damn happy about that.
Well, we'll see how happy it is, considering that there are buffs to items as well. Now, I know Fly Chicken in particular had a pretty strong opinion about Brute Force Breastplate, saying like the overall base stats that you get from it in terms of cost benefit is not that much. But now that they've kind of changed the numbers that you do get from it, do you think it's going to be more prevalent?
It's tough to say, man. Yeah, the growth that you see on the attack will be enhanced.
Yeah.
But it's more expensive now too. So it's kind of like, yeah, you get a bit more from the attack. You still got like pretty bad base stats, and now it's more expensive. I don't think it'll be worth it for like Marksman, especially considering, you know, at least for Marksman, I think only Granger really gets the benefit out of Brute Force usually. So with Granger also getting nerfed, a little bit of foreshadowing to the next panel, I don't think we'll see Brute Force, at least for Marksman or for, like, you know, damage dealers. Maybe fighters in XP, but even then it's like healing meta.
Yeah, I think the thing about Brute Force Breastplate is now it's going to be more of a vibe check for the EXP laners. Yeah, exactly. If they feel confident that they're going to win early, you'll see them rushing that Brute Force. If not the first item, it's going to be the second item, because that attack is actually felt. Because from max 32, it's now max 40 extra physical. Excuse me, adaptive attack.
Yes, adaptive attack. But I think it works well, because since we're bringing up the topic about Brute Force Breastplate, and especially now that we do have some interesting, these are the big impact ones that we feel here at Snapdragon Pro Series is going to really shake up the meta a little bit more. The CC buff definitely feels a lot nicer. Now her passive just doesn't, it just doesn't disappear into thin air once you're out of combat. But the Granger nerf's pretty significant, and I know, you know, Topic Online saying Granger's basically dead. He's got no wave push, but he has a couple of like increase in ratios. Does that really change the hero enough?
Personally, for me, I've tried the Granger a bit here and there. Wave clear is horrible early on, right? And usually the way you would win in the lane in the Granger, with the Granger, even against your counterpicks like Irithel, is you just shove the wave super quick and then you play for the gold crab. Once you get the gold crab going, it's 100 gold, 100 gold, it just builds up to you outscaling your opponent. But now without the power of the wave clear, the counterpicks are going to be even harder to deal with for the Granger. And for you as a Granger, getting the stacks, which is the most important part of your kit, will be more difficult. So if you do get stacks, then yeah, it's still going to be pretty much the same old Granger. Thing is, you won't be able to get those stacks. So I think this is a big nerf to Granger, and we're going to see definitely a big drop in Granger prio.
I think this is a slap on the wrist for Granger. However, the collateral happens to be Granger jungle, because this also affects his clear for Granger jungle style. Remar, I don't know about you. Personally, I like Granger jungle prior to the revamp itself, but I feel like this was unnecessary for the jungle side of things.
Yeah, I think they really just wanted to tell Granger players all over the world, you're now looking at a mid-game or even late-game power spike at this point. The fact that his early game poke was just way too strong, I think one of the main reasons why he really got into the meta, because alongside Harith has that very obvious one-item power spike. Granger also as well, depending on how good the Granger is in lane and how much stacks he was able to get, a one-item power spike for most Grangers in the pro scene is quite common. So now they're really just shutting off that idea and saying, okay, you want to play Granger, you're really going to have to wait.
Which is fair, right? Because Granger is just, I've been saying this all the way from the revamp, it's busted. It really is busted. The fact that you can play in the jungle, in the gold lane, and this is the safest pick of all time. I don't think I've seen a pick as safe as a Granger. You have a billion dashes in the late game with your ultimate too. The stacks is crazy. The clear is crazy. Yeah, it's offensive. Good job, Moontalk.
And to back that up real quick, all of the 3 Savages we got in SPS so far, they were all Grangers. 2 by Emma and 1 by Kelra.
I'm glad that you brought that up, actually. 63% win rate is a shocking win rate. I think if anything... In pro play, especially, I think most people coming off of M6 are going to be like, oh yeah, it's going to be the Bruno problem all over again. And I think more people are coming, educating themselves that actually once you see that skew in stats and professional play, something is up with the hero. And luckily the developers answered the question. I just feel that the cuffs are a little too tight in that particular area. However, even Carry did have a couple of changes. even for the previous match, they increased the tick rate, and now even the force swing backswing, and then coming into this one, now it's going to be a little more interesting. What do you think is going to be the big change here? Our team's going to be more inclined, because keep in mind, a couple of the buffs that we saw on the previous screen was towards the tanks. Their growth, the overall items as well for radiant armor, and even a slight change to the cursed helm as well.
Yeah, the cursed helm, by the way, the change, I think it's kind of like
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's I would say below okay. It's kind of like a kind of change, because you don't really shred that much hybrid defense anyway. It's kind of like tenacity. Remar mentioned it when we were talking about the patch itself. But the carry here, I do think the laning phase has been buffed by quite a bit. Now, if you guys play carry, skill 1 is so slow. It's so slow. It's so hard to get unless your opponent walks up or dashes forward to you. Then they just don't know how to lane against carry. But now you can actually surprise people by dashing forward and then throwing out skill 1. So you can bait out the dash of the enemy laner, and then you throw out skill 1. It's so fast. The backswing reduction on the animation has made her very good in lane.
Yeah, and similarly, CC's changes with her also made her even scarier to lane against. And we got to test it out yesterday. I remember we were talking about, can you go from EXP lane to the mid lane and still have your passive stacks? Now you definitely 100% will go into the mid lane if you're rotating there to help cover it with your stacks there. Because when I tried it out, I think I still had, depending on when your last hit happened coming out of lane, like at around 7 or 6, you'll still have it with you once you get there, because you only lose 1 stack every second.
Yes, the decaying effect. Well, with that being said, we're going to wrap this up, hopefully with you guys already informed about the changes. This could shake up the matchup, especially for BTR, who's achieved savages with that Granger. Same can be said about Onyx eSports here. That's going to be our very first best of 3 to see if they get their second life available before they face off against big challengers TLID for our very last match. With that being said, you're watching the Snapdragon Pro Series. We're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be more loving action here on Valentine's Day for the SBS.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go!
The Snapdragon Pro Series is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming and DHL.
We're going to be engaged on now with Ton as well, but his range coming down. Has a kill over. Penalty zone on the 3. And the army of the Astro back, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, it's going to be enough for the Snapdragon Pro Series. Season 3, MLBB champion.
Back in the last SBS, right? I didn't feel much because after game 3, when it was 3-0 already, not easy, but not that much challenge series. And so we won, and we just celebrated as a team.
Mungkin saat final pas itu kita masih kurang prepare buat menghadapi Onyx. Kita masih butuh latihan yang lebih banyak buat ngalahin Onyx pada saat itu.
Oh, this time finds Keyboy, he gets bursted down. Lupita back, SOD used as well. Savero diving in, Rain's gonna be slain. Savero finds the shutdown. As now
Onyx ID ini mungkin menjadi satu benda yang boleh jadi bukti untuk mengatakan bahawa Onyx ID still on the map. Jadi salah satu pasukan yang digeruni dekat dalam era Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Yes!
I think people should take notes about Eman because it's been doing pretty good in the latest matches.
The addition of Iman and as well as Light, I think they bring some sort of a new energy into the team, and I think they can give a big challenge to the others Indonesian teams.
To Bigatron, Alpha, good luck and have fun.
Buat Onyx, jangan galak-galak. Kita kasih tontonan yang terbaik aja buat para penonton.
eSports up against Bigatron Alpha. We got the stats, the team head-to-head for our upper bracket round 1 match number 1. Boys, walk me through this, because again, Mirko, you're all in for Bigatron Alpha. So Redmar, tell us about Onyx eSports.
Well, I have an interesting little factoid about Onyx eSports. So we always talked about them having just a really strong mid of the map, right? They're Roam 3v with Keyboy, Sans, and Kyrie. Kyrie and Sans actually combined for 9 first bloods in 14 games. BTR's total first blood is actually just at 7.
Ooh.
So they already outnumber the entire team in first blood. So their identity as being an early to mid game, that aggression early on, you really got to be careful with trading out the first 3 minion waves at the center of the map. That's very strong in Onyx eSports.
Interesting. Counter argument though, what happens if the Sans and Keyboy duo just can't seem to get it done? I mean, we watched that match. We watched that match where that Jawhead just was not it against the Tigre. It was pretty rough. But even so, plays are still being made. Do you think that's going to be like the big changer for BTR this time around, Mirko?
Yeah, I don't know. Just seeing that stat again is kind of weird, because for the longest time, Bigatron Alpha have always been the one to have the best first blood rate in MPL ID, even in Snapdragon Pro Series Season 3 when they made it to the grand finals and then got stopped by Onyx eSports. That's what happened. And the matchup history is not that good for Bigatron Alpha here.
Oh, 70-8.
Yeah, the only time we were able to beat them in the last, four seasons was Season 13 regular season. That was...
Y'all were going pretty hot that season.
That was 2-0. That was the super hot Bigatron Alpha before they super choked in the playoffs. I can say that.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
You're clearly a Bigatron fan.
It's just I got to talk to Yem.
Okay.
And I asked them about my concerns and my real concerns. I was like, yo, why is it every time you look shaky, you go up against BTR and then you stomp BTR? And he's like, oh, it's to shut you up. And I'm like,
so it's personal for them.
Exactly. So now that Yeb is no longer the head coach, I'm hoping it's just Onyx. It's not like turn up, locked in Onyx, just to like, Mirko, we're gonna smack your team, So it's
okay. Hey, not gonna lie though, I'm pretty sure Coach Yeb, right after celebrating his daughter's first birthday, flew straight here and told the boys, all right, we're going up against BTR, let's shut Mirko up.
We're gonna try one more time, and even so, it could be foreshadowing because Iman is gonna be our spotlight player of today. He now wears the crown for the King of KD, 84 kills, 857,000 damage with 2 Savages, already making his stats overinflating, and I'm nervous because the patch is already telling us, like, hey, you can't do it on Granger no longer.
Yeah, exactly. So, which is why I'm so interested to see how Eman and BTR will be drafting around the whole Granger potential problem. Again, it's not a sure problem just yet until we see how it changes in the draft, if teams are still willing to first pick Granger. But yeah, 3 of his MVP performances, by the way, 6 total MVP performances for Eman, all came from Granger. And of course, the 2 Savages with that Granger too. So, are we gonna see Eman forced to go back into some of his old favorites? I remember we were theorizing that maybe with Granger dipping a little bit, teams might consider trying to bring back Claude a little bit more, or more importantly, even Beatrix back into the metagame.
Well, let's look at the opposite side here, right? Because again, it's going to be Iman up against Severo. I want to know your opinions. Has Severo shown you guys enough to be like, yes, he is going to be the successor to Mr. Calvin Winata?
Ooh, I don't know about that. Stepping into the shoes of Mr. Calvin Winata is one thing. Taking control and being on the same level of CW is a whole other thing. I don't think he's at that level yet, right? Like, I think he does have the potential, definitely, especially on some picks, like the Moskov. He's been doing great, but so far, not yet.
Not yet. Well, with that being said, let's introduce Onyx Esports for those of you who are just tuning in and are like, who's this team? How can these guys not be destructive as they used to? They had a bit of a revamp here, but you still have some familiar. faces. The boys are ready to play, and I gotta give it to them. The new hair, a new look, and a new time. Onyx ID look to potentially shake things up with Lutpi, Kyrie, Sans, Keyboy, and Severo.
Yeah, well, just to add a little bit more to what could be the potential budding, growing legacy of Severo, that's still very early on in his career, he is the only other Onyx Esports member to actually get MVP honors alongside Kyrie and Sans. Keyboy and Lutpi do not have that yet. So it goes to show that he's already trying to prove that, yes, I'm dependable. When you literally just need me to show up, deal damage, and not lose lane terribly, I can do that. If you need me to show a little bit more, I can do that too. But the question has always been for every young buck that we see come into the pro scene is, can you do it consistently? And up against a BTR, up against Eman, yeah, he needs to show that from minute one, he's ready to lane with Eman.
Personally, for me, I'm thinking, honestly, this is a huge testament to Onyx as an organization coming in from Indonesia, right? Their MDL squad, as every single time they bring up players from their MDL squad to the main roster, give them 2 years, it feels like they hit their prime. Sans is a really good example, same goes for Keyboy as well. And then now that you're seeing Severo and Lutpi, who's actually, now it's about a year, going into a year and a half now, he is getting to that point where he's really starting to fit smoothly with the rest of the squad.
Yeah, I think for Lutpi, it was almost instant, right? Because he got promoted and they won MPL Indonesia Season 13. So they tried with Rez again. They started from MDL. Didn't really get the same result. But with Severo here, he's gone through a lot as well with Lutpi in the Liga Nacional team on top of being MDL. So Lutpi going down has kind of helped that team with the experience that he's had to build some of these players like Severo to be MPL ready. I think Severo is very much MPL ready, but like you said, guys, I don't think he's ready to just to lane and dominate Eman, right? This is a very, very tough laner that he's up against. And I'm BTR Glazer, but also, objectively, I think Eman is just a better goal laner right now. I think he has what it takes to outlane Severo and to stop him, even without the Granger. We gotta add that, even without the Granger, because Eman, most of the wins has been him just putting a Bigatron on his back and saying, I got this, man, I got this.
All right, let's shave the icing off of this cake here. What about you, Redmar? Do you think that that's going to be the case here? Do you think Severo is like, this is his moment to really shine against Eman? Of all laners, at least against Eman.
Well, you know what, I'm kind of torn between whether should I be the Severo where, you know what, I'm going to show them just how confident I am, that I'm not going to buckle in front of Eman and I will try to beat him in lane. But that's so risky. There's also nothing wrong if he just decides to go into this and think, okay, I will just try to manage this. Try really not to lose this tower real quickly. I have to watch out for the rotations that might come in the early game that will allow BTR to get Eman out of lane quick. That's something that they actually like to do. So if I'm Severo, it's such a tough call to say what he's going to think going into this. Is he going to be aggro and try to prove that to Eman that he has to be careful, or will he just try to hold it?
That's a very fair argument here, because when we're looking on the opposite end of BTR, it's not just one guy. We've highlighted Iman, but he has a team that is looking to try and support him and bring a new side of a Bigatron Alpha. Let's have a look at their roster here, because again, these boys are dangerous. They are bleeding red, and they've got a fan base with Moreno grading them to help transition into this super team, or to be super team with the likes of superstar players. Now, obviously, we know the rookie of SuperKen now starting to become a veteran alongside Moreno. We know Luke coming in from Geekman was a huge part of that EXP lane, part of Bigatron Alpha to do more. But of course, this is where I want to make the comparison of Keyboy and as well as Light Renoir. Do you think that this is going to be a fair matchup? Because I know, I mean, Miracle, I'm looking at his face and he's just like, nah, it's got to be obvious. But what about you, Renoir?
Fair matchup? Definitely not, because one guy is 100%, I mean, maybe you can back this up. Not having communication issues with his team because he's been playing with his team for so long and they speak the same language. Light just came in here and they've already expressed how they're still trying to find that chemistry. So as mechanically gifted and skilled Light is, if you cannot get past that barrier of communication, that's gonna be tough. But, I mean, BTR fans have a good thing to look forward to. After a rough start, they were able to rack up a good streak. They rack up some good records. Maybe showing us that Light is starting to get in the zone with being able to communicate with Moreno and the others well. But yeah, comms alone, I'm going for Keyboy.
I mean, Onyx eSports are going to have, well, we would say much better chemistry as a strong mid trio. It's only the side lanes to be a bit of a question mark at a time, but even so, we've seen them time and time again. They're doing really well. However, I do want to play devil's advocate here for BTR Alpha. If Light, he's technically he's been a world champion before, right? He's won an MSC. He has an international title alongside with Iman. That's one natural chemistry barrier, but he's also sometimes so good of a troll player that you don't need comms to serve dinner on a plate.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's why they've been opting to go for Cho every single time. They're like, you know what? If communication is an issue, let's just give him the Cho, let him kick whoever he wants, and then the team just follows up. It ain't that hard if you just kick one guy, right?
Yeah. But what do they feed in the Bigatron bootcamp? Why are they so tall?
They're swaggy, man.
I didn't realize just how tall they were.
They are
a tall man.
He is. He's surprising. He's deceptively tall. Same goes for Iman. But by the way, I'm pretty sure that Iman's now building the brand around wearing the jacket around his shoulders. He never seems to do a walkout without it.
No, it's very swaggy, very fashionable. I like it personally, and for this jacket in particular, I have it as well. It's very bulky, man. It looks very thick on you. So yeah, I think that is the better way to use it, to wear it.
It's the optimal way. The optimal way. We got to come up with a BTR user manual of how to wear the apparel. Can't wait for Onyx to come up with
Iman.
What is it, future tech?
Yeah, future tech. I love it. I love it. But coming into this matchup, we got to focus on picks and bans, and that's where I think things are going to get a little scary here. We've already talked about the gold lane. We've already talked about the. We've also talked about Light. What about EXP? I mean, let's first pull up our predictions here. Maybe that's going to, change some opinions for those of you out there, because when we're looking at it, okay. This was to be fair is expected.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that we all thought about 3 games here, because I think maybe it's, especially with the result of the SRG BTR series that we saw, that I think that was what put BTR on the map of like, all right, we may have messed up our initial games. It was not the cleanest. People were wondering, okay, was this the right move to get like OG to max? And then we're like, oh, wait a minute, just give us some time to cook. So yeah, it'll be difficult to accept the sweep here. I'll leave it at that.
In a way, yes, right? Obviously, based on their performances, I think Onyx and Bigatron Alpha both have kind of looked shaky. Bigatron obviously looking more shaky, but I would also say they were up against like ridiculous opponents in the top 3 of the M6 World Championships, right? The fact that they got the 3rd best team in the world means that they're the best team in the world. No, that means that they have a chance. I think they actually have what it takes to make it close against Onyx. In my books, to take a dub against Onyx, or I'm going to get my ears pierced.
I mean, we've already set the challenges. You can check it out on social media. Let's look at the detailed team statistics. We're already going through a couple of things, especially between Onyx as well as BTR. But some of the big standouts coming to me really is the second half of the game, right? From mid to late, we're seeing that they have a high percentage of Lords in comparison to Turtle, but even their average turrets at 5.75, pretty interesting. They're able to claim a lot of the map.
Yeah, I think this is also due to just the shaky performance of SuperKen in the jungle. For some reason, I don't know what it is. SuperKen, it's not like he's a new jungler. We've seen him so many times as a Force Hex Season 3 against Onyx in the Grand Finals too. He was so consistent. He was Mr. Consistent at the time. I think out of all the members in the Grand Finals, the guy that you could point as in Bigatron that had the best performance against Onyx was Super Ken, but he has dipped a lot this tournament. I don't know what's going on, and it has hurt them in the neutral objective department. Even when they're winning, it's just stolen away from them. These turtles, these lords even, and that is the reason I would say a lot of times you see Bigatron Alpha choke and throw their lead at the start of the game. They get a 10,000 gold lead, 9,000 gold lead against SRG, and then they lose in the late game. They make some very questionable calls. But then they're also the type of team.
The strength you see on and off screen has a lot to do with what happens behind the scene. It's not just about how hard we push, it's how well we recover. And my whey protein helps me rebuild faster and come back stronger every day.
To see a 9,000 gold lead on the enemy team and say, let's make them Bigatron. Let's make them throw. So they are, for some reason, they are able to bait teams to throw, but they also throw.
Do you agree with that, Remar? Because from my perspective, I feel like, yes, it is volatile coin flip, but I think it's because of the way the team's mentality works with Luke as well as Light, because they can take like a single pick and then reach even further.
Yeah, those two, but then we have to bring back Eman into the conversation because it was he himself who admitted, it's like, yeah, I'm the one who sort of somewhat tilts the most of the times. I'm the one who's a little bit more aggro compared to the rest of the boys. I'm the loudest.
He's the youngest, to be fair.
He's the youngest. And I mean, we do see it where there were moments where he would dash, flicker forward. It's like, Eman, what are you doing? And he would either get the kill that would help him secure Maniac into a Savage or get taken out, and now you're wondering, oh no, BTR lost their main damage dealer and he's backing up.
Wait, hold on. Eman is younger than Super Ken?
Oh, wait, I think...
Yeah, that's why
I think he is. I think they might be the same age. Remember, Eman won MSC 2022, 16 years old. He was 16 when he won that.
He was very young. Dude, that's crazy to think about because Super Ken, to me, has just been like a baby boy for the longest time. It's crazy to imagine that they're the same age. But it's drafting time between both of our teams, Onyx eSports. Going to be on blue side.
Still Ben Granger.
And Bigatron Alpha going to be on red side.
So are they going to give the EV here? Yeah. Okay, so Onyx eSports will take it, and that is the best pick you want to go for because Moreno's actually undefeated with EVE. He's 5-0 this season.
And it's also one of the highest win rate here at the SPS. Highest ban rate as well. 77% is really, really good for the few games that we've seen so far. Bigatron Alpha, though, I'm curious to see whether they want to pick up Loyi this time around.
Yeah. Loyi would be good, but then they also have a Valentina option with them if ever they pick high loss early on. However, I wonder if they will consider stealing away something surprise like a Jawhead. We haven't seen the... I'm trying to remember if we've seen Jawhead Eve, because Onyx rarely gets the Eve at this point, but Moskov and Suyo are their priority here, and I think because of the dip of Granger and the fact that he's not here right now, it seems like Moskov is the best marksman, gold laner available with Harith gone also.
Yeah, I think it's also a way to deny the pick away from Onyx, right? Because for Onyx, they really love to start the draft first phase on blue side with the triple purple. Yve, Phobius, Moskov, that's what they like to do, and if they don't get it, they go for the Yve, Jawhead, Nolan. So far for Onyx eSports, this is a very... We were talking about how their drafts were unorthodox, and very unpredictable in the group stage, but so far here, it has looked like they have taken the success of the group stage and made it their template.
Yeah, I think that Onyx eSports, with the first 3 picks that we're seeing right now, it's going to be so fast. We've seen a lot of Jawheads help with the double buff clear, especially when you're already on Nolan, who clears the jungle relatively fast. On top of the Jawhead, you're going to be so far ahead so early on.
Yeah, and I think the Jawhead was sort of a soft block pick towards the Valentina, because with Valentina, you want to get close, and you don't want to get anywhere near close to a Jawhead early on, so they go for the Loyi that you mentioned earlier, Gideon. So they have a lot of macro control. I think Bigatron Alpha saw what Onyx eSports can do if you're trying to dance with them in the close to mid-range with what happened to RQ. Hoshi getting swept and had a lot of difficulty there, so they're going to be playing around the map a bit more. With the Suyo already in the jungle, hopefully they can pair it up with a good roamer and EXP that can supplement with the early to mid-game trading that you will need to take. You cannot just focus on the mid to late game. You need to supplement the Suyo to be the bridge for your Moskov to get to his farm.
Which really begs the question of what exactly are these bans going to be. High Loss, one of the generally on average, has been doing pretty good in the win rate as well as its pick rate on red side. Coming back to Onyx eSports, they respond by getting rid of the chills. So now they're getting rid of the signatures, and I like the fact that both Onyx eSports as well as Bigatron Alpha, they're not going for the double flex pick, they're just going, not even for a regular flex pick even. They're very honest with their mid-trios.
Yeah, so far very honest. I think it's because, again, they both know each other so well that even if they go for flex picks, they can kind of read it out already. Great high-low span here. They have the Loyi, Suyo, and also the Moskov, so they have a lot of damage, but it's going to be very difficult to deal with someone as beefy as a high-lows. And the fact that they already have Suyo and Moskov means that maybe they might go for the Gatot Kacha ban too, right? I think that's also open, but the thing is, in this patch, it is, or not just this patch, previous patch too, we don't see a lot of XP Gatots anymore, so they decided to go for the Bruno ban, stopping Savero.
Maybe Onyx eSports might consider actually banning out the Akai from Luke, because the Akai doesn't need to worry too much about Jawhead even, or the Nolan. Actually, you can mess up the Nolan quite a bit if you can time your heavy spin right to stop his combo or his entry, or you could even use the heavy spin to push the Jawhead away when he has a moment to toss one of your teammates back if you're really looking at taking away a strong EXP laner option.
I feel like there needs to be an enabler, right? I think that right now Onyx has a pretty strong combination of Jawhead as well as the Eve, but I think that Masha Band also really good coming in from Onyx eSports. At least now you don't have to worry about the bulldozer in the back line that takes way too long to get rid of. Gatot going to be locked in for the side of Bigatron Alpha. We're expecting it to go roam. Now over to Onyx eSports.
So it's going to be light on the Gatot Gacha, and this is where we start to throw out the questions, because you were talking about the Cho, why it was picked for light. It's a comfort pick, and it's very easy to communicate, right? All you need to do is, yeah, I kick this guy, you kill this guy. Gatot is a bit weirder when it comes to the communication. You have to have proper coordination with your team as to how you use the AOG, how you use the taunt, and even the Revitalize to play around the team, especially with the Lo Yi. Great Phoveus and Irithel pick from Onyx eSports, though. The Irithel against Moskov is kind of a 50-50 matchup, but Phoveus here is great. They are now going to have two picks, Nolan and Phoveus, that can capitalize on Jawhead physical defense shred.
I was curious about this because I felt like Onyx eSports, there was probably an argument for Badang here in case you didn't want to go into the coin toss of Lucas into Phoveus. Bigatron Alpha, now they're very not inclined to picking Lucas at all at this point. They might just have to throw Gatot into that EXP sector unless they're comfortable with just playing CC into Phoveus.
Exactly, yeah. CC's still open, so I think that's why they picked the Gatot Gacha fourth, because they were looking for the EXP trade that might happen, and they go Guinevere. Okay.
I'm okay with this.
XP? I think it's Rome. It's Rome. 100% it has to go to the Rome, right?
Because if we're talking about serving dinner on a plate, no, that's wild.
It's Luke on Gwyn. See, that's why when it's Luke in the building, you might have to think about it another way, because you have a playmaker in light. But who wants to be the real playmaker? I think most of the times, it has to be Luke. The guy wants to be the one to go in for the crazy plays on Lapu Lapu, Masha, and now we get to see it on Gwyn.
Rapido caps का double guarantee. Lowest price cap, वरना double पैसे आपके.
Lowest price guarantee.
खरीदिए गार्नियर कलर नेचुरल्स और पाइए ₹299 का स्कैल्प मसाजर मुफ्त.
Oh man, that is some wild stuff. I don't know how this is going to play out. I'm actually really liking the way the draft is starting to shape up for both these sides. We're getting a little bit of a flavor from BTR, and Onyx being Onyx, it's going to be those big wombo combos. So coming into this match here, what do you guys think of? We'll throw it to you guys for the compositions. Break it down for us as we move into our very first best of 3 series here in the play-ins.
What do you think?
Well, you know, the way I see it is that they needed a EXP laner that could serve as like the front substitute roamer while the Gatot Gacha stays back. And I think the Guinevere can, if you time it well enough, should be able to shut down what the Jawhead wants to do to you and try not to pick you off. It's still quite experimental in my eyes, but the theory is there.
I agree with you. It's definitely very, very experimental here. Great start for Kairi with the help of the Jawhead. And I think this is the reason they really, really like the Jawhead in their compositions. It enables Kairi to be the carry very early on. You get the first 2 buffs instantly, right? But I think for Bigatron Alpha, they've kind of already managed that too. They have gotten away to react to the Onyx eSports clear speed with the Jawhead, because Super Ken has gone straight from purple to orange, not taking anything else, and he's gone for the full clear for 4.
Yeah, good adjustment, just to make sure you level the, of course, raw rotational speed that the Nolan can dish out. The XP lane, still, maybe we'll see just how much better it'll fare once we're closer around to the level 4s, once we see them in the roam rotating a little bit more. But all I see right now is very active center of the map, and actually the side lanes might both be dead lanes for quite some time.
Yeah, it's just about farming, about getting to their power spikes. Luke, though, has gone for Flicker, not the Revitalize. I played with a couple of XP Guinevere's. Shout out to Ray Ash. He always goes for Revitalize, and this time it's a Flicker. So really all about that playmaking, engaging. Oh, going out to Luke B. Spatial Migration does not land now. Going for some damage. Luke B able to escape, but gets chunked. Gets punished for taking the wave.
Shame that didn't land. That could have been an early first blood already for Bigatron Alpha. It did. But now with the Phoveus pushed a little bit back, that means that allows Bigatron Alpha a little bit of breathing room, since Keyboy had to help clear the mini wave first. But Onyx eSports can contest.
No. Oh, Super Ken misses the retribution! Kairi steals it away. Luke B walks up forward, gets the Infernal Pursuit, and it's a win for Onyx. First blood and a kill.
Slight slip up. That was the best chance for Bigatron Alpha to get that without that much of a problem. Just really need to hit that retribution. But it hurt because Super Ken also got taken down. And just as quick, no, Luke.
Spatial Migration escape, and Keyboy follows with the unstoppable force, gets the kill, and now it's 2-0.
Alright, so the little interaction that we were talking about with Guinevere that might potentially happen, we saw a sort of a glimpse of it. It's a little bit tougher for Luke to pull it off, but there should be a window wherein you waste the ultimate of the Jawhead while at the same time you're able to dodge the Phoveus. So maybe later on we'll see it timed a little bit better, but I'd also like to think of it as Onyx eSports and Keyboy knew when to time the unstoppable force just to make sure they could catch Luke.
Oh, another attempt from Luke. He's the type of player to just, you know, pop the Spatial Migration. We miss it 5 times, but that one time we get it, it's going to be big kind of player, you know?
Yeah, just to... It's like a Franco in a way, you know? You miss all the hooks, but if you get that one hook, it's just going to be good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. In terms of the go, we already... Okay, Severo's already double laning somewhat. Just trying to equal it out. Yeah, the center of the map just doesn't look good for Bigatron Alpha right now. It's much more reactive. Just their composition alone. The most reactive one they have is their jungler, but you really do not want to get close to the Jawhead and the Nolan.
And with the gold lead that Onyx already have gotten for themselves, 1,803 minutes. This is very comfortable Onyx eSports in the third minute of the game. Usually would see them try to look for creative angles of attack. Now they're all just playing safe. You can see how far back Savero is, how far back Lutpi is. As long as they don't see Moreno on the map, or Supercat Light, they're going to play very far back. Oh, great dodge from Lutpi. Walks forward to escape the spatial migration. Now dishing back damage onto Luke. Goes in for the Battle Requiem, though. Lutpi going to be caught in the bad spot still. Now got back up from Sans. Real world reflection. Lutpi flickers out Keyboy. Catches them with the unstoppable force. Brings Light with the ejector to Lutpi. A good taunt to try to escape, and Lutpi won't be able to find it. Now Kyrie in a 1v1 against Super Ken Fracture. It's a retry from both Kyrie and Ken.
Way too close. Super Ken does not have his purple buff. Keyboy knows this, so he's gonna annoy Super Ken. He might actually try to take him down. Don't flicker. He flickered forward. He picked him off.
Keyboy! The signature aggression of Keyboy being displayed in game number 1 against Bigatron Alpha. Super Ken now down 2 levels as Kyrie continues the pressure. Going into the enemy jungle, stealing a green camp, another one up top. No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to get too greedy. He knows he's in the lead.
Bigatron Alpha, I think they just need to settle now that they have one more chance at a play to try and equalize things, and if they don't get that, then they're going to be settling for regaining momentum past 10 minutes, past maybe even 12 minutes. Depends on how badly it goes. In terms of the damage you're seeing, yep, it's pretty much just Onyx on the upper half of that damage leaderboard. And they can just continue this, honestly. Their window of error, their margin of error is small. Even if Keyboy gets caught out, that's just going to be Keyboy. You have the rest of the map that you're still very much okay with. Seems like Savero is handling Eman quite well. He's not dominating him, but this is one of the sides of Savero that we talked about that we could see that is just like, I'm just going to do my best to manage it.
Keyboy pops in the conceal. Sans pops in with the Void Blast. Eman throws out SOD. Smart move by Eman to escape a possible gank.
Yeah.
Savero, though, will be able to deny Eman of the gold. No, Eman walks back up, clears the wave without diversion. Up top, though, Savero pops in a heavy crossbow instantly. Doesn't want to leave it up to chance.
Yeah, imagine if he just stood there. It's like, I can take this. Then, surprise, suddenly it's the entire Bigatron Alpha. Luke, gets a knock-up.
Switch migration to the Battle Requiem. Now stunning Keyboy up. They're looking for a kill here with the taunt, too. The Light is the one to take the kill. Now 4-2 in kills. But Sans is starting to really hurt Super Ken. Caught in the bad spot. AOG onto Kyrie. Light, taking a whole lot of damage. Jumps back in. Pops Revitalize and will be able to sustain. Hold up, Lutpi. No, he won't take it.
That was such a good read, though. Lutpi almost got knocked out by Luke, but you could see he was waiting for what could have been the entry by anyone. He just stood there. It's like, all right, is anyone going to be coming in? And Luke thought Lutpi would go forward, but Luke just right at the edge of the spatial migration missed it.
And now it's a free turtle to Onyx eSports. Nothing Bigatron Alpha can do. If they decided to contest that, that would have been a